Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Black Ops 6 beta. Treyarch has given us a new teaser for Black Ops 6, this time focusing in on audio, and I think it's fair to say that audio has never really been Treyarch's strong suit. While they do a bunch of things really well, audio just never was really there for me in a lot of the Black Ops games. I always sort of thought that Infinity Ward did a better job with the audio in their games. Well, during the Black Ops 6 beta, footsteps were not really a factor whatsoever. They were adjusted between the two weekends, but audio itself was kind of all over the place, and for me, I never really could lock in with the audio, you know what I mean? I feel like that's normal given that it's a new Call of Duty game and our ears have to be trained to the new sounds, the new guns, the new footsteps, and the new maps and all of that, but apparently this year Treyarch is hard at work to make the audio in Black Ops 6 better than before, and they're doing that with the help of something called the Microsoft Project Acoustics system. They go on to say in a blog post, which I'll put a link to that down below, we've been working closely with the Project Acoustics team to simulate the way that sound waves bounce and propagate through the world down to the smallest details, like what materials are made of, the size and shape of the room, and what path the sound has to take to get from where it happened to where you're hearing it. They also talk a lot about the immersive aspect of audio, which is definitely true. I think that good audio can elevate a game or even a movie, TV experience, anything like that to the next level, and some examples they gave were footsteps are going to echo down long hallways, or the sound of rain and crickets chirping outside will come in through open windows and holes in the wall. All of that sounds pretty good, and they also talk about how the environment in Black Ops 6 is going to affect audio, such as snow absorbing most of the sound waves that are created around it, or trees in a forest causing sound to reflect and bounce around. It sounds like they're really working on the audio in this game, but most importantly, they're introducing a dynamic priority system when it comes to the game's audio, which is going to dynamically adjust as different things are happening. A lot can go on in a Call of Duty match at one time, you know, so things like enemy footstep audio are going to take priority over something like friendly footstep audio. Gunfire in the distance, for example, might be more distinct and take priority over something like the cricket example earlier, where you have crickets chirping in a field outside of a window. Maybe you don't hear that as much, but you hear the sound of enemy gunfire because that is much more important to you as a player. They claim that the audio is going to essentially try to work like it does in the real world, and they gave us video examples of that, though I don't think these examples are particularly amazing. One of them is, but the other one, I'm just gonna say I can't really tell a difference. It shows different character voice lines that are being used on the map Rewind, and when one of the voice lines is repeated, I don't really hear a difference, even though the first time it was outdoors and the second time it was inside a building. I want to play this for you guys, definitely take a listen for yourselves, but obviously this is going to be best heard with a headset or with earbuds in, but again, I really don't hear a difference.
Destination marked. Head for my waypoint. Setting rally point. Head for my waypoint. Destination marked. Destination marked. Destination marked. Destination marked.
Now this next clip here I think does a great job of showing how footsteps can be different indoors and down long hallways. I should note that they have the audio cranked up really high right here, which is why you can distinctly hear the electricity humming from the lights and the pop machines. It's called pop, by the way. If you call it soda, you're just wrong. But also I want you guys to note the electrical humming goes away when the player is moving, which is a weird choice because honestly the last thing you should really be prioritizing when it comes to your hearing is your own footsteps. Like that's the last thing you ever need to hear in Call of Duty, but regardless, take a listen to this and tell me what you guys think. Now, I will say, the sound of the enemy player coming at you sounds really good here. I don't know what in the world that character's outfit is all about, but the audio did sound really good. It won't be this loud in-game all the time, unless of course you have your headset cranked up to infinity, but this does work as an example of how the new sound priority system is going to work, and it also shows off the echo and the reverb of somebody running down a tile hallway. Overall, it does sound pretty crisp and clear. I'm sure that plenty of you, however, are going to hear that and say, well, we just have to run Ninja now because everyone's footsteps are going to be so distinct. And while yes, that may be true to an extent, that's true in pretty much every Call of Duty game. You can usually always hear enemy footsteps if they're close to you, dating back to games like Call of Duty 4. This time around, however, they're just trying to make the footsteps sound a bit more realistic. It's not so much that they're cranking footsteps up to make them ridiculously noticeable, they're just trying to make them sound a bit more realistic, if that makes sense, which will just add more to the immersion while you're playing Black Ops 6. But ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it, I suppose. I just want to make this quick little video letting you guys know about the audio updates and the audio changes that they're going to be having in the game, because it does seem like Treyarch is taking this a bit more seriously this year. It seems like they want their audio to be a high priority with Black Ops 6 as compared to previous COD titles, and I'm interested to see how that's all going to play out. Again, during the beta, for me personally, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think down there in the comments, audio was not that amazing. Like, gunshot sounds, they were okay. Footstep audio was really all over the place. I personally struggled with it quite a bit, to the point where I had people telling me to change settings on my PC to boost certain audio sounds while suppressing other audio sounds, like doing all this like crazy workaround stuff just to be able to hear things in the game. That's crazy, and especially because my PC's pretty much on its last leg and dying anyways, I'm switching back to console for Black Ops 6 this year, so I won't even have those options. So hopefully the audio is going to be worked out in this year's game. It seems like they're working on it, but again, we have to wait for the full launch to see exactly how things are going to play out. But for right now, that's it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback on the audio down there in the comments. What were your experiences with the audio back during the beta? Let me know about that, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.